two controversial videos in a space of time. That's crazy, guys. Anyway, this video is gonna be about as the title has said, I hopefully said, the age gap and why I think it's really not a problem. But again, before I talk about that and why I think it's a stupid problem, but let's just get into it. Before that, I want to introduce myself. Hello, my name's Understand the Context. What I do here and the reason why I made this channel was because I want to show people a different perspective. I do not care. Now listen again. I do not care about what you think, what you do. This is your fucking life, your choice. I don't care what you do. My goal is to show you a different perspective. Whether you choose to take that perspective and use it in your life is up to you. I really don't care. If you're watching this video right now, then I'm just really showing different perspective. I'm gonna say it again. Show you different perspective. That's all about. That's all I'm here. And the perspective I want to show you on is based on the age gap and why I think it's just pretty much again. You're a grown ass person. You have every right to make your own decisions. I do not care about your decisions. Just make your own decisions. I don't care, right? That's my goal. That's all it is. Let's go on with the video. So, the age gap and why do I think it's kind of stupid? The reason is pretty simple. Like, the reason is because ironically, and like it's like why? And you might think myself, oh, I did not do my research or whatever. And then, trust me, this thing took me a year to research. Like I've been researching this shit for over a year. I've been doing research on my things, but I'm not compiling evidence here. I'm like gonna tell you why I've seen and what my research is. I've also done like talking to people, real life talks as well. Like I've done a lot of things right now to just come to the conclusion right now that age gaps are not really like that. Like it's like if you think about logic right now, it makes absolute no sense why people are like pissed off the age gap. I don't understand what's this whole age appropriate thing not. I don't This whole age appropriate thing is just stupid. Now there are issues with age gap, of course, but like we'll get into those later on in the video. But let's start with the reason why I think it's stupid right now. So again, I believe I want to just elaborate a lot of things before I just dive in there. The aspect of a person turning 18 right now, to me, and I think to most everybody, 18 is like our everybody's baseline, like a proper baseline for adulthood. And when I say, oh, that should be 21, no, listen. Whatever your thoughts or your mind is, 18 is the perfect like breeding ground for maturity. Like of course there'll be people that will still be dumb at the 18, yeah, but of course you still have university to choose. Now, when you're 18, I believe right now that you're functioning full-fledged adult right now. Most people right now actually get like most people, majority of the people right now actually get their maturity by 15. Most people have the senses and thoughts, like the near adult thoughts by 15. Like the idea to think like an adult. You get that aspect at 15. But the only reason why that even is possible is because back in the day, most people lived to like 20. So of course 15 was like the perfect age to get like that thoughts inputs. But just because most people mature at 15 don't automatically mean I'm on people to go on 30-year-old people to go on 15-year-olds. I know my style here, but like basically I'm trying to say is that most people are able to understand shit by teenager level. And then of course learning a little bit more, 18 is the perfect age to understand almost everything. You're able to comprehend enough to be able to understand and go into the world with a curiosity to find out what you want to be in life. Pretty much simple, right? That's now. If you want high or low, I don't really care what you are, what you want to do. Don't care. But I believe that 18 is the perfect. Because it's perfect. Anything below is just too much. Anything above is perfect, right? That's fine. Now that I've talked about the whole 18 thing right now. Now, with that in mind right now, I do not care who people date, and like it doesn't matter what age you are and what how this is done. This is why, and the reason why I even say this right now is because of the aspect of love. Love is a two-way street. This is not a one man and everything works out street. No. This is a case where two people agree to be with each other. Two adults, of course, depending, of course, in high school, teenagers, yeah, but like in the modern world, two adults, two functioning adults decide to be with each other. Of course, there's reasons, money, whatever. I do not care. They said, I'm gonna be with you. That's about it. That's love. If you two try to be, again, of course, love, of course, is what glues to do to be with each other, which is fine. Again, like I don't care right now, but like you two both made the decision to be like, listen, I'll be with you, right? Okay. That's done right now. That's done right now. So now because of that, because of the aspect of YouTube debut journey, I do not give a shit what your age gap is. The reason is because, especially when it comes to adults right now, when you're functioning adult making the decision to go with arbitrary, I don't care what you want to date or how old the nigga is or how old she is. I don't care. Do you know why? Because you're adults. The main issue or main reasoning with this whole why people are so pissed about why people are so like skeptical about the age gap thing is because at some point when this older guy, let's say for example, there's a guy who was 43, right? And then like, let's say 44, right? And then this 44-year-old guy dates a 20-year-old 20-year-old girl, right? Okay. Basically, and this is like based on like what the reasoning why people have a problem with it right now. The basis of the reasoning is because at some point in time back in the day, this 20-year-old was 17, nigga was 240. Okay. Back like then this is the reason like that's the reasoning, right? Like most people like that's the major reasoning. At some point right now, when this guy was still a little bit younger, not younger per se, but like he was still in his middle age, prime age shit right now. This person was a minor or something like that, right now. And to me, I find that to be very stupid, very very stupid right now, for the simple fact that no matter how you look at it, no matter how you cut the pie, slice it, bake it, whatever you do with it right now, that person right now is a grown ass person, grown ass adult. They can make their own decisions. They can say no, they won't say no. They can say yes, they won't say yes. That's about it. That's the beginning and end of it. I don't find it creepy because again, it makes no sense. If you are an adult and the adults agree to it, it could be monetary reasons, it could be whatever reasons. I do not care. The fact of the matter is, you decide to be with this person. That's about it. The beginning and end of it is about you decide to be with this guy. That's about it, right? Whether the consequences could be he's a bad person, a good person, I do not know. But the fact is, you chose to be with this guy. That's about it. Now, the age gap right now, and like those right now. When do I draw the line and have problem with that age gap thing right now? Now, where I draw the line is pretty simple right now. I think everybody would draw the line would on this one as well. Is when this person is a minor. The age gap is a problem when the person is minor, but when they get to that 18 and above, it doesn't matter. I believe that, of course, if you do, and I'm not saying you can believe what I believe, right? I believe that when you are 18, age is just a number. When you're just 18, when 18 above, that it's age is number, man. That's about it. If you're 17 and under, right? Of course, age is very important, especially when you're a minor. Still, you're still protected by adults and all that shit, right? Now, of course, age is important there. But when you're 18 above, age is literally just a number. And again, this is a decision made by you. Most people might say most people also another thing I found out about this old age gap thing is that most people protect themselves in this situation. Most people would not date an older guy. This is why they find it creepy. Most people will never date an older guy. People who say age gap is wrong would not date the older guy or older girl because they will never see themselves doing that. Which again is fine. But I don't think it's weird. I don't really think it's wrong in any way, shape, or form. And most people draw another example. DiCaprio. Isn't this guy a pedophile? This? And to me, I say that's dog shit. First of all, DiCaprio picks his fishes by 18 and above. I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's about it for DiCaprio right now. DiCaprio, what my biggest issue with DiCaprio is not actually the fact that he dates like chicks like 18, 19. I don't care about that, man. I don't care about it. Like I will talk about that whole thing right now. My biggest issue with DiCaprio is the fact that this guy does the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like, bro, what the fuck? But then I'm not only blaming DiCaprio, I'm blaming the girl that date him. Because think about it right now. If you've seen this guy do the same thing 3 times, that's a red flag. Yet you still choose to date him, even knowing that you will still get broken up by 25. It's crazy. Girls, please. Please, I know it's DiCaprio, but please, for God, you can't change the guy. You can't change him, man. You can't change him. You can't change him. Anyway, that's my talk on this whole thing. And also, I talk about this whole thing. I talk about another issue about this whole thing as well, like the issue thing. And it might sound weird, like, for those who do not know my first video right now. I talk about this whole thing. I believe yes, you can find minors attractive. Now, this might sound like we're coming out first and the first time, like, oh, this guy is a pedophile. No. Everyone listen, right? I'm a big advocate for putting niggas pedophiles in jail right now. But again, there are people finding minors attractive is no problem. I don't think it's a problem because again, like, people are attractive. Generally speaking, people are attractive right now, and even the young, yes, they can be attractive. The age does not make you less attractive. That's stupid right now. But of course, like the attractive I'm talking about is like cute, cool, pretty, beautiful. Like there's so many levels of the attractiveness that are in it. Like something that draws you in is attractive. Something that's cute is attractive because it draws you in, right? I think that's pretty, and it's cool, draws you in. You buy things because it looks attractive to you. The reason why marketing works so well, because you buy things to you, and like that whole idea. Again, finding my attractive is not a big issue to me. Why I find it to be very problematic, especially like with the aspect of roadblocks and everything, right, is the fact that you're going after the minor. It's okay to find a minor attractive. I don't care about that. Because a lot of things, you can find a lot of things attractive, right? It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. But to go after the minor is my problem. This is where I draw the line. This is where the line has to be drawn. Again, find someone too much attractive, right? It's because someone beautiful, no problem. But drawing the line is drawing the line is when you go after the minor. But that's the issue I talked about in my first video. You can go check that one out again. But to conclude what I want to say right now, the age gap, I believe, is pretty, like, I think overblown in terms of like trying to find the reasoning for it. Like, it's overblown in my opinion right now. Like, in general right now, if you don't want to date an old guy, that's okay, perfectly fine. But if someone chooses to date an old guy now, I don't see a problem with it. I don't think there needs to be reasoning or like, again, I'm not saying you shouldn't stop complaining. No, I don't care what you do, man. I told you again, this is a view to a different perspective. Whatever you decide to do with it, it's up to you. I do not care, bro. I don't care about you, bro. I don't care. If you want to date somebody that is, like, again, and this is a good example, I tell my friends a lot, man. If Keanu Reeves dated someone that was 20 years old, I would have been the pastor to that wedding. Straight up, I would have been a pastor, the guy who would initiate the wedding. If Keanu Reeves dated a chick 20 years younger than him, I would have been a pastor to that wedding. Straight up. That's how much I don't care about this whole thing. The aspect is, again, if you're 18 or 19 or whatever, and you don't want to date older guy, or older guy approaches you, you have every right in your goddamn life to say no. You have options to be like, university, I can date this young guy if I want to. Again, you have options. No, that's the whole thing about love. It's not like you can choose. Like, it's not like you can choose. Some guy says I love you, and that's at the end of the story. Right? No, you have every choice to say no or yes. It's up to you. Now, again, I'm concluding again. Like I like to do sometimes right now, but again, I have a problem with age gap. The only problem I have with the age gap is the fact that when it comes to minors, the problem. If you're 17 under, I don't want to see you near a nigga that is over the age of 21. But if you're above the age of 18 or 18 in general, that I don't really care who you date. If you date a 91-year-old man, believe me, so I will be the pastor. I will be a nigga. That's how much I don't care about the issue. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video or you did not enjoy the video, let me know what you thought on the comments. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this far. If you watched this far, and again, this has been your boy. In the context, this is a very strange video this week. So shout out to my week's donors. Shout out to subscribers, and yeah. Love your niggas. Peace out. Enjoy your day. Yeah.